Do you ever feel like trading is a roller coaster, emotionally, financially, maybe both? Look at the P&L here, Wednesday, March 5th, $405. This is a 50K Tradeify straight to funded account. If you haven't tried the straight to funded accounts yet, I have a discount code for you, ASFX, or use the link below. That'll save you 35% on a straight to funded account. They're awesome. You can take payouts on them very quickly. So here, this account's almost $500, just a little bit less than that, away from a payout. So I'll probably be making another video about that later next week. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the payout video. Everybody likes that. But the roller coaster of P&L here was handled really well. I think old Austin, when I was, first starting out, not now 10 years in the game almost, when I first started trading, this is the kind of day that you'd be up, down, and then it would just explode. You wouldn't be able to get back green and finish the day at equity highs. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Let's talk about these trades. I think that you'll take a lot from this, hopefully, of like how to handle when you're up, down, and then still keep trading for the day without going on tilt. So first trade was it's arguably the best trade of the day, one of the best trades of the day. I was short pre-market, stop clearly at the previous lower high underneath the overnight VWAP. I like that pre-market trade using the overnight VWAP. I go over these trades and I call some of these trades, like you're going to see some of these later trades here. I call them all on my stream. For being a listener here, you can also use the code ASFX. That's always my discount code. Use that on ASFX TV. Come join our live streams. Check out the courses. That'll give you 50% off your first month. Come trade with me. I will show you how to take these trades live. Watch. So this is pre-market. I did really well here. You can see short here, closing some here, adding back in on the low of day VWAP break, and then I'm full out of the trade right there at the bottom. Notice I'm not afraid to add back in on that low of day VWAP break. We teach this in Futures 101. This is on ASFX TV. So it's not just the live streams you're going to get access to every day, but you get access to the Futures 101 and Futures 2.0 courses. When you're in Futures 2.0, especially VWAP break part 1 and part 2, you'll see that trade in chapters, 8 and 9, that is basically this trade I'm taking right here. Like that's how applicable our courses are. So again, use the ASFX code. Come in for half off your first month. I know you're going to love it. That's why we're willing to do that. So that was the first trade of the day. Second trade, I'm short before the opening range is set. Now, if there's a lesson in this video, everybody, lesson of the video, try not to trade between 9:30 and 9:45. It's really hard. You'll get right sometimes. I'll make money sometimes. And then sometimes you'll get smoked like this. So I'm short underneath VWAP, underneath previous day VWAP, and I get roasted here, as you can see, because the opening range isn't set. It's kind of like flying blind. I don't know where to use levels. I don't know where I can keep a stop, right? So I try that one, doesn't work, stops me out. I get short again a few minutes later at 9:48. Now the opening range is set, and I catch that beautifully here to the bottom, right to 57.70. Now this is in between the 9:45 news and the 10 a.m. news, right in that window, because this big bar is 10 a.m. news. So I caught this beautifully, and I said it on stream. Go rewatch it on this day. I said, I'm looking to be in and out of this trade before the 10 a.m. news, but after the 9:45 news. So I got back in on the same entry, break of New York VWAP, break of New York VWAP, stop at structure. Now that I have some structure, where here I did not have structure, right? Now I have structure here. That's the stop at opening range high, trade for the first break of range. I told you in yesterday's video that first break of range does not always run. And look, this is an example of that, right? So that was good. Bounce back. Then I flip and I try the long because the news came in bullish and I thought we would send this thing higher. So I buy it, but notice it never stopped on the VWAP. So again, another lesson of the video. Hey, if you're sleeping, pay attention. Lesson of the video, wait for the turn. Wait for it to be bullish and close on the VWAP and then get in. I got to wait for the turn. That was the bad move. Also, Thomas pointed out that if I would have went with the proper stop at the low, not just randomly down here where I get tapped out of the trade, I could have covered this for a smaller loss. So I tightened my stop, I think, a little too tight on this one, which is something we work with a lot on coaching clients. It's like, you got to make sure you have the proper stop. We know that if we're long here and the low is here, there could be a higher low here. So I should have really went with the stop down here. And if I didn't like it because it was too far, I shouldn't be in the trade, right? So that was this one. That was the feedback on this one. And then later in the day, two things. One, I tried to not do this, but sometimes I click buttons too quickly. Got in and got out accidentally, made $30. Like it was just a break even, stupid little thing real quick. Waited. I like that Thomas was long. Everybody else was long. It's holding the high of day purple VWAP. That's anchored right here to the high of day, holding it. So I'm like, okay, I like the longs. Let's be long. New York VWAP is below us. We're outside opening range. I see pins here, here, here. So I put a stop underneath. Now I'm putting it in the right spot. So this doesn't stop me out. This doesn't shake me out. We start to get orders coming on above up here at 40 and 50 all the way up there. And that's where we closed this trade. As you can see, 40 was the best exit. It does move higher, but as I've made analogies before about the rack of ribs, right? This is a beautiful trade because here's the whole move and I got my chunk of it right there. That's what day trading is. When you want consistent profits, you don't need the whole move. You just need to know how to take this most of the time. And that's why, again, finish the day green. I don't have to make the most money. $400 on a 50K straight to funded account is a lot of money, really, because you can only make or lose, let's say $500 or $100 or so, 20% consistency rule. If you don't know their rules, go to their website, read the rules. But you can really, if you want to take a payout quickly, you shouldn't make or lose more than $500 on a 50K straight to funded. I have other videos that explain the rules and stuff too. So check those out on my channel. But for this, I think it's a good day, right? If I'm trading 150K, this would be $1,500. You'd have to put more size into it, of course. And I've shown you that before as well. But I think the 50Ks are very realistic. So we'll take a payout on this thing next week. But here, last thing on this topic, the roller coaster of the emotions, up and down. Notice how me keeping the losses small and staying focused on taking good entries, not just chasing momentum, I end the day green. I took a big break. This trades at 10:15. This trades at 1:30, right? 10:15 to 1:30. I'm working out in the gym in the garage. I hit the sauna, jump in the pool, reset, come in and make my money back. That's day trading, man. Like that's how you fucking do it. So take from me, handling the roller coaster sometimes means you got to step away and take a break. Sometimes it means you need to just stop for the day, come back tomorrow. But if you're trying to build the bandwidth, the muscle in your mind to trade for longer, every day, try to keep yourself in the game. Try to take trades that follow your system rather than just chasing momentum. If your trades that usually work don't work today, don't give in to the momentum on that day because it'll screw up a month. You can give back weeks, days, longer than that, periods of time. All of those gains can be given up in a day. So make sure you're subscribed. Use the code ASFX with Tradeify. Use the code ASFX with ASFX TV to get your first month free or half off. Half off. Not that generous. Come on. Thanks, everybody. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, or I'll see you on stream.